Good day and welcome to the channel. In this very short video, we are going to set up the Camway HD TV antenna. This antenna will help us pick up high definition channels, up to 4K actually, on a television for free. What it says on the back here is to keep it away from large power sources, keep it away from microwaves, and try to put it close to a window if you can for the best reception. Now you might ask why I bought this one. Well, it was kind of random. I looked through a pile of reviews, I looked at a pile of different antennas, and there are hundreds of them. And a lot of them are $10 and $12. I spent $20 Canadian on this one, so $16 US, something like that, because the reviews on it were good and it looked like the right kind of product. Not the best reason to choose a product, but I don't need the best product. This is actually for my girlfriend who lives in Calgary, Alberta. And there are, I think, only 6 stations she's going to be able to pick up, and I think they'll all be picked up quite easily with this. I don't have to worry about long range. Now, that gets to a good point. If you live in an area that is out of town, which is where I am, there's a booster on here that plugs into your USB port on the back of your TV to give you access to channels that are further away. The only catch with that is when you change from short range to long range, you have to rescan your channels, but not a big deal. You probably only do that once. When they said thin, they weren't kidding. 0.2 inches. That's, yeah, pretty small, pretty thin. So there's the selector from local to long distance, coax connection, and power booster off your USB. So let's plug it in and see how it works. There are some taped areas that I can use to put it on the television. However, I don't know where I want it yet, so I'm going to leave those just the way they are until I get it positioned. All right, so let's turn the TV on. And the first thing we need to do is get off of the cable box I've got set up. So I'm going to use my remote, my Roku remote in this case, the television remote. Press the home button. And I've got live TV set up over here, but live TV on a Roku includes a pile of channels that are from the internet, which is fine, but not what I'm looking for. So let me go down to settings and to TV inputs, and then over to my live TV. There it is, scan for antenna channels. Okay. Let's give it a shot. Let's see what we find. I have an antenna. Search for channels. No, I'm not connecting this through another device. I'm connecting exclusively through the antenna. If you are connecting this to a cable box or a blue DVD or something like that, then you're going to want to select yes. In my case, I'm going to select no. I'm going direct. And just a note, the short range versus long range, which will directly affect this, is 35 miles. So for easy math, 50 kilometers. So I'm about 20 kilometers out of Calgary. So all of the antennas should be within 25 or 30 kilometers, certainly within 20 miles. So I should be well within the short range that it is defaulted to. If I lived further out, I would want to flip that little switch on the back to long range. I'm going to skip that because I want to get straight to live TV. I don't want it to interact with my cable box in any way. Let's go down to done. That's coming through the antenna. It looks like hell. So these are the channels that I pull off of my antenna. That looks pretty good. That's very clear. Can't argue with that. That's local high-definition TV in Calgary. Let's press the left arrow on my little Roku remote, and let's try another channel. That's as clear as you get. That's beautiful. And we can see here it's coming in at 1080. Pressing the up arrow on my button to see what I get. That gets me to an internet channel, so I don't want that. Let's go down to that first channel that was terrible. See what it looks like now. Still pretty terrible. But I bet if I adjust the antenna, I can probably get a different image.
Millions of bait fish.
Yeah.
Guess what?
How's that? Pretty good, eh?
Yeah. It's all about
And you can see that's coming in at 1080.
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, and I'm way out in Chestermere, which, if you know the southern Alberta region, that's about, like I said, 20 kilometers out of Calgary. So this is coming in at 1080 as well. Pretty happy with that. So what do we think of the Camway HD antenna? Well, seems pretty good. Can't beat 20 bucks for this. It gets us 3 channels way out of Calgary. If we're in Calgary, which is where we're going to test right now, we'll probably get 5 channels. Now, if you're in an area like, say, the Bay Area of San Francisco, where you're in New York, you should probably expect upwards of 100 channels. So we're in a relatively rural area, and Calgary is a pod city all by itself. It's not surrounded by other cities. It's surrounded by farmland and mountains. So we don't get a whole lot of neighboring channels. There aren't any. So this is as good as it gets. But you can see the image is nice and clear. The words are in sync. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, would I recommend the Camway in particular? Probably not. I think it's just a decent HD antenna. And the point of this video isn't to pitch the Camway. The point of the video is to explain that HD TV over the air, even in relatively remote areas like Calgary, areas that are not surrounded by heavy population centers, still works pretty good. And if you have a Roku, you could see it picked up dozens of channels over the internet that just automatically started working. So yay, that works great. Hey, if you found this video useful, please give us a big thumbs up. We'd really appreciate it. Also, subscribe's always appreciated. And hey, if you have any questions or concerns, you can always get a hold of us directly at www.urtech. That's www.urtech.ca. Or you can leave a question or a comment below, and if we don't get back to you, somebody else will, because it's YouTube and everybody's got an opinion. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye-bye.